All right, so it's happening. It's literally happening right now. The UFC 226 stacked ass card it just had its first fallout. It just had its first fallout on the prelim card. Yancy Medeiros is out of the fight with Mike Perry due to an undisclosed injury. So he's been injured, and the fight is literally next week. Next weekend? Will we 10 days out? Gosh, this week went by fast. Yeah, it's coming. It's coming. It's next weekend. Not this one, but next one. And he is out, and the UFC is trying to find a replacement for him 10 days out. What do we think about that? I mean, this is the problem with the UFC and these stacked cards, man. We saw it with Brooklyn. Conor came and just pissed on the card. And the whole thing became incredibly lackluster. We saw Khabib fight for the belt against he didn't even really fight for the belt. He just got a belt for winning a regular fight. It was just strange. And it's happening now. Mike Perry, right now I'm looking at the card. It says Mike Perry versus TBD. I mean, TBA. It's saying TBA. I always say TBD. But TBA, to be announced. Now, I'm not a fan of Mike Perry. I always thought he was the one-trick wonder. If he could get a knockout, it's nice to see. If he couldn't get the knockout, it was nice to see him get knocked out. You know what I mean? It's like, he just really only had that one thing in the toolbox. I thought that the fight against Yancy Medeiros, though, I thought that was going to give him a chance to showcase some of the things that he's been working on at that Winklejohn camp. I actually did, because Yancy, he's not a killer. He's not a killer. He's just a slugger. He reminds me of just what a normal fighter looks like. Like if I were just to see a normal fight, and I'm not talking about like Kimbo Slice style fights. I'm talking about like just a fight with two dudes in the streets. That's what he reminds me of. Two dudes in the street, really, they're not really all that muscular. They're kind of normal looking, but they're fighting more like for their pride. Like, you're not going to punk me in the street, so I'm going to fight you. That's kind of how he fought. He had tons of heart. He had great striking. And he actually would take the fight anywhere. He wasn't afraid. He was not afraid to take the fight anywhere. But the thing is, he will sit and trade with you. Like, he enjoys that sort of fighting thing, like trading. He likes that trading, slugging it out, standing in the phone booth, just boom, boom, boom. He likes that type of thing. And Mike Perry needs somebody like that to fight, because we know that he can't handle footwork. If somebody is evasive, Mike Perry is like a lost dog. He is literally like a lost dog in a fight. He is. He just doesn't know how to operate. He doesn't know how to cut off the octagon. Like, you'll see him just he'll throw hell for leather. Chasing you around, though. If he gets you by that cage, he'll just start chasing you in a circle, throwing heavy leather. There's things that he needs to work on in terms of fight IQ. He lacks it big time. But I just thought this fight would be good with him and Yancy, because Yancy will let you into a fight. And to me, I think Yancy's a much better fighter than he showcases. I actually think that he is a much better fighter than he showcases. So this is a big letdown, man. It's not like, Mike Perry isn't one of my favorites or anything, but that was just a great fight. It was going to be a really great fight. Anyways, Mike Perry is now 10 days out, and my fear for the kid is that I think they're about to give him a killer. I think because it's just the thing about the welterweight division is there's no slouches in the division. There really isn't any slouches in the division. Let's just take, for instance, both Mike Perry and Yancy Medeiros are not ranked. They're not ranked fighters. Carlos Condit, all of these people are still good fighters, but they're not ranked. So that just tells you what what we're looking at in the rank department. I just don't see good things for Mike Perry now. I'm not sure who they're going to put in there, but I hope that he gets the fight. He's made it pretty far. The only thing he has left is the weight cut. And then he was going to fight and make a check. So, I hope that they can get somebody else in there who is going to be, as exciting as a Yancy Medeiros. But anyways, I hope that Yancy Medeiros gets well soon and we see him back in that octagon with that fighting MMA spirit, channeling MMA every day. Thanks. Like, comment, subscribe.